Hey guys, how's it going? So, you probably noticed a lot of fishing videos lately, at least 3 of them, and you're probably getting sick and tired of them, but there's nothing else to do right now. Can't go camping, it's illegal, and after finding out, looking into it, because you can go camping if you can get a campground, but to get a campground right now, it's nearly impossible. It's literally the waiting list is longer. I'm not even going to bother wasting my time on it. Crownland camping, if you're caught doing it, you go to court, the fines can be up to $100,000. You know what? It's not worth it. This channel is no longer monetized, so I don't fall under the film. Well, that, and I don't do this as a job, right? This is just me having fun on camera. So I don't fall into the film category, film and entertainment, so I can't fight it with that. So yeah, pretty much euchred. So fishing's all I got right now to keep me entertained between working. With fishing, I also watch a lot of fishing channels, and one of them I watched that I mentioned in the past before was Marling Baits. Guy, man, he makes some sick lures, but he also has these other videos called One Days. What he does is, in that day, he'll make a lure, fish it, and catch a fish. And it's pretty awesome the way he goes. Now, I'm pretty amateur hour at making lures. As you've seen in the past, I've only made 2, and one of them didn't even float right. However, I've been picking up my technique and getting a little better, and I thought, you know what? Let's try a 1 day. So guys, today it's a 1 day. We're gonna go ahead and make a freaking lure, then we're gonna go and fish it. Currently the time, you know what? Currently the time is, as per Marling Baits, this is what he always does. He grabs his phone, turns it on, holds it up, and there you go. 10:56 a.m. on May 29th. So I already got my piece of wood that I'm going to use for the bait. It's not the greatest. It's kind of cocked. We're going to use this here piece of wood here. We're just going to chop the bottom layer off, and we're going to draw a fish or something on the back here, an idea, and then we're going to roll with it. I got to find a pencil. All right, guys. So basically the idea I'm thinking is we're going to do kind of like the, I want to redo this perch crankbait. You guys remember this one here? I want to redo it, but this thing's freaking huge. I want to make it smaller, and I want to do a reflective surface on it. So what I'm thinking is if we come up like that, but then face, I want to come down a lot. Big old dirty belly on it. Then I want to loop back up hard. Maybe not that much. I wonder if I should make a stick bait instead. You know what? That might be the ideal solution. So something like that. We'll just make it a teardrop shape. Run a treble off the mid, treble off the back, like right off the back. So what I might do is actually cross and then up. So we'll leave in all this material here and see how that works. It's going to be small. It's going to be interesting. Let's go cut the shape out. Can you tell how not organized I am for doing this today? Jesus, got shit everywhere. Dad asked me to hang on to some of this stuff for my niece, but I don't know if she's going to even want it. It's been sitting in the garage collecting dust. It's pretty dirty. Some of the stuff that the ex left behind, some unicorn shit. Alright, let's go ahead here, get this foot pedal on the ground, check the tension, we're good. And we're good. Alright, let's get you guys on target here. This seems loose. Anybody wondering why I'm not using the new bandsaw? It's because I haven't looked into how to use it yet. I also have no idea what kind of wood I'm using here, so if anybody knows, leave a comment, because I have no idea what the hell this is. No flipping idea. I just know it's wood, and you can build stuff with it. And it's probably super expensive too, because it's wood. And wood market right now is ridiculous. Okay, it's a weird shape. It's a very, very weird shape. But now we gotta shape it. So let's go over somewhere and put some, where the hell's the friggin' camera here? There. Put some chamfer lines on it and figure this out. Okay, nothing's touching the sander. Got a bunch of crap back there. Little flippy flappy. Okay, let's get it profiled. Okay, so before I round it off, I want to get this profile on it. So I'm going to do that now in the sander and go from there. Alrighty, final result. I need some hand sandpaper. See, this is the problem. I went to Dollarama yesterday to try and get some supplies. I wanted to get some 5-minute epoxy for a top coat, which I don't have. So we're going to end up using automotive clear coat, which I'm going to have to hair blow to make it dry fast. I wanted to get super glue. I managed to get that. And I wanted to get a foil cover because I'm probably not going to do a lot of painting on this. We're going to try some technique that I saw Marling use, except for I couldn't get the same shit he got because it was in the craft aisle and that was classified as non-essential, so I couldn't buy it. However, I found this duct tape. You're probably saying, Adam, gray won't attract the fish. It's not gray. It's freaking holographic. Yup. So, I don't know how well this is going to work, but let her rip tater chip, right? We're just going to hook her up and see what happens. So, if I could ever get the packaging off of this damn shit, we'll go ahead. And that's what we're going to use to coat the sides of Guppy 3.0, if you will. How come I don't have a knife out here? Yeah, I bought a bunch of lures because fishing is essential. So, and the fishing section was open. I was chatting with a guy at the, he just bought a kayak. I was chatting with him and he told me he went to the Dollarama and he bought himself some ratchet straps. And I'm like, you can buy those? Those are classified as essential? And he's like, oh yeah, you can buy anything. Even fishing's open. So my initial plan was to go there and get some fishing lures. Oh, this is going to work great. But I ended up getting some of this, some super glue. Now the thing is I need to put split rings on this lure. I don't have split ring pliers. I never bought any. I don't know where to get them. I tried, I was told, oh, tackle shops have them. I called both tackle shops, North Bay Outfitters and Trapper Joe, and neither one of them two had split ring pliers in. So I was like, well, shit, what am I going to do? So when you're backed into a corner and you don't have the tool to use, what do you normally do? You jump on YouTube and look to see if anybody ever created the said tool. Somebody had. So something I went and did at the Dollarama was I bought a couple packs of these needle nose pliers because we're going to convert one of these sumbitches into a pair of split ring pliers. And I think we're going to do that right now because I still need to think about what the hell I want to do with this bait. I need to seal it. You know what? I should seal it first. Should I seal it first? Or should I drill the line ties? Shit, I don't know the steps, guys. It'll come to me. I already decided my next step is going to be to make the hardware. That's going to go on this thing. Now, I'm going to use this dollar store Duramax 20 gauge. Is that all I have? I think I have some smaller stuff. No. The 20 gauge is good enough. So we're going to use this shit and obviously the DeWalt to spin a line tie and 2 hook hangers. So what I'm going to do is, do I have my better wire cutters kicking around? I got those ones that are in the package over here. You know, I'm going to break them up. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and take this wire here and I'm just going to chop it up. Because we don't need super long pieces. I always end up twisting it and then not using all of it and wasting a whole bunch of wires. So let me get an Allen key that is a good size for a wire hanger. I'm going to use this wee little precision screwdriver. Tie this into the vise. Probably going to snap after we do the first one. I don't see that thing holding on. So you guys already seen this process before. Take your drill, you fold your wire in half, put both ends into the chuck, tighten it up, wrap it around, let it rip tater chip, and then boom, freaking line tie. Hardware. Don't need to buy it. Build it yourself. The wire literally cost me $1.25 for a huge spool. I can make a shit ton of these things. And you don't even need to use them for this. Like, you can use them to hang anything. You want to make a, I don't know, hanging sword frame. Just freaking do it. So all I'm going to do is, we'll get you guys zoomed back in for details. We're just going to wrap this around here. You know what? I really do not want it that high. I have a bad feeling the screwdriver's going to break, but that's it. Just wrap it up. Keep tension on it, otherwise she'll do what she just did. I'll have to straighten that out, but I don't know if you can see that. we have ourselves, where the hell's the freaking lens? Have ourselves a line tie. Right there, a little line tie. Perfect. Let's make some more. Alright, so I ripped the test hook holder in the back, and that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put one underneath. So we're going to have one dangling off the ass, one dangling underneath, and then a line tie on the face. And then we'll be good to go. So I'm going to rip the hole in the bottom. I'm doing it with my hand drill. I grabbed the smallest bit that I had, and I'm going to be honest, it's not small enough. So I'm thinking I want the lead. Where's going to be the top? We're going to make this the top, so it swims like this underwater. It might have a weird action, but we'll be fine. I want to put the line tie probably right here, so we'll rip a hole there. Probably go a little deeper. And then what I'm thinking is I want to put the lead right here. So I'm going to drill a pilot hole right there for now. And I'm going to put the hook hanger probably right back here. It would have been awesome if I would have centered that drill hole, but we'll fix that later. Whatever. We're in a rush. We got to fish. Now guys, I am no means an expert bait maker. I'm pretty much amateur hour all the time when it comes to fishing. But you guys already know that, so that's okay. Anyway, that is said and done. So we have our other our other hook hanger, which will go, I gotta trim it, but that'll go in here. Don't worry, I am gonna secure these with glue. They're not just gonna be floating there, but that's gonna go in there like that. So basically we'll have a hook on the back, a hook on the bottom, and a line tie in the head. My line tie needs to be trimmed a lot. I just uncovered, there they are. I was gonna say, I just friggin' uncovered these damn pliers, and I already lost them. But no, I didn't. They're right there. Oh, these are good, man. For Dollarama, these are good. Damn good. Fan-damn-tastic even. So yeah, we'll just put this line tie right in the head here. Glue that into place. She'll hold. And hopefully she dives. And something bites the shit out of it. Alright, let's take these hooks out. Let's seal the wood. And then we'll put the hooks back in. Actually, before we do that, I want to rip the hole for the lead. Am I blocking the shot? I can't tell. Oh yeah, totally blocking the shot. Let me get you on the other side. I put this piece of wood here in case I accidentally go through. So how far will that go? That will go right through. I don't want to go too deep with the lead, just deep enough. Alright, so that's where I want it. Can I get my lasers? Yeah, I can get my lasers. Lasers. Lead hole is drilled. All the holes are drilled. I'm going to take all the hangers out. Where did I put all the hangers? Oh, there's one. There's two. There's three. Okay. Take all these out in chronological order. I'm going to trim this one here a bit because it was a tad bit too long. And we're going to go ahead and mount all this after we seal the wood. Okay, bye. Now my selection on super glue was pretty limited. Basically, I got this shit. I don't know if it's any good. Came with a pin because, well, why not? I don't know if it's thin. I don't know if it's gel. I couldn't read the package. Too small. I also love that they've aimed the pin outwards and you're required to tilt the bottle. Bonds skin instantly. Cool. Good to know. So, do I have a sacrificial brush that I want to use right now? I want to use something. Is this already open or do I got to pin poke it? I got to pin poke it. And that's why they give you a safety pin. And by safety pin, I mean they give you one of these with a little bobbin on the end. Then you just shank it in the hole here and push it on through. And that opens it up. And I guess when you're done, you can do that there to make sure she stays closed. Okay, that's thin super glue. That's good. I should give this here a simple sanding first. You know what? Let's do that. I don't even know if I have sandpaper. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay, let me find some sandpaper. Right back. There, I sanded Guppy face pretty smooth, so got the hole in the bottom, everything. Now we got to super glue seal it, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do that because I really don't want to get that shit on my hands. So, what are we going to do? Okay, I'll figure this out. You know what? Instead of playing with super glue, I should probably consider putting lead in the belly. So, for the lead, I didn't get a chance to go to the tire shops and see if I can get some. Or, you know, get a chance to order a lead pot because those are sold out everywhere because everybody's building their own tackle thinking that tackle shops are going to go out of business. So what I got is these water gremlins here. I freaking hate these. I bought a bunch of new split shots from Trapper Joe. These ones here, the reason why I hate them, I'll show you right now. Like normally when you put a split shot on your line, you can take it off, right? Well, these gremlins, you put them on, but then on the back, there's no way to take them off. There's nothing to grab the pinch. They forgot to put the pinch parts on the back. And if you're new to fishing and you have no idea what I'm talking about, let me show you the ones that Trapper Joe makes. They're pretty freaking cool. See, I used one of my old Excel mint tins here to put them in, but they were so fresh pressed yesterday that they didn't even have a chance to oxidize. Like, look at how shiny those are. But you put your line in that side, and then you pinch it shut, and if you want to take it off, sorry, you put your line in on this side, you pinch it shut, and then if you want to take it off, you pinch this end here, and it opens back up. And those are the ones I like. So I bought, it charges like $2 for 20 freaking sinkers. Can't be beat. Now mind you, it probably doesn't take much money to make the sinkers. Like I can imagine, if he's paying scrap price for lead, he's only paying maybe 25 bucks for a bucket for like a bucket this size. 25 bucks for lead. You can go to the scrapyard and get it too, which if I ever get into making my own jig heads and sinkers, I'm probably going to do that. Anyway guys, this is my technique for melting lead, is I just put it in this can, hit it with the blowtorch, I turn on the fan in here to blow the air out so the vapors aren't too bad, and then I'll just pour it into the guts of Free Willy. I'm not going to film that part because I don't feel like worrying about the camera work. I just want to get this done. Okay, bye. Alright, got the lead in. She's friggin' solid in there. Decent. Don't know how much it weighs or how it's going to work. Guess we'll find out when we get it all set up with the hooks, eh? Okay, I sealed the bait. I'm just waiting for the super glue to dry. I ended up using my finger, so it's covered in super glue armor. It peels off in about an hour. Not a big deal. Some people asked last time I made the perch bait, doesn't it burn when you use your finger on the glue? No, it doesn't, but obviously there's a chemical reaction when you throw the baking soda in the super glue. You get smoke, which I'm assuming is the reason why it cures so fast. So my idea is split ring pliers. Basically one side is a little shorter than the other, and the other side folds over and comes to like a point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use probably my grinder and knock a whole bunch off of this, because I don't know if I have anything. Oh, I got that. Okay, I'm just going to get it done. I'm not going to bother adding this to the video, but I'm going to show you the final product. Alright guys, kind of crude, but it works. So until I can find a pair of friggin' split ring pliers that don't cost as much as a power tool, then I'll get them. Until then, we'll go with these. Alrighty guys, now that everything is all secured inside of the micro minnow, I don't know what the hell to call this thing, what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to give it a quick sand job, and then I think we're going to figure out how we're going to apply that duct tape to it, because that seems like a good idea. You know, I bet you in its current state, well, not really, because I got to put hooks on it, but once it has hooks on it, I bet you in its current state, it could probably catch a bass, because bass will literally bite anything. But we want to catch, well, we just want to catch a fish, so if it catches a bass, cool. Because where I'm going fishing today, theoretically we can keep them. I'm not gonna, but we can keep them. That's the other thing is, went to the Dollarama yesterday and I bought some fishing lures. Bought a whole shitload of them actually. They were on for super cheap, like $1 a piece. Some were $1.25, some are $2. But I ended up grabbing these really nice jerk baits for $1.25 each, and I grabbed 2 of them, and then I grabbed some sorry, I'm still just sanding away, and then I grabbed some those Mep spinner type baits, and I lost one last night because I got it lost into a snag and I couldn't get it free and ended up breaking the line. And let me tell you, I'm glad I keep my fish gloves on me, because breaking braid with your bare hands, that's a good way to lose a freaking hand, boys. So, keep the fish gloves on you for breaking braid. I thought I took them out too, and I was like, oh, I don't think I have my fish gloves. How am I going to break this? And I didn't want to just cut it with my scissors, because leaving a bunch of line in the water is not cool, man. Ducks go down and get stuck in that shit, and you know, snags happen. They can't be avoided, but last thing you want to be doing is filling up a freaking lake with a bunch of shit. And by shit I mean line. My freaking line tie got all gummed up with super glue. That sucks. Oh, I'll probably put a split ring on it then. Whatever. So, alright, I think what the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint it white before we put the duct tape on it, because that sounds like a good idea. Okay, I have to go in the house get some water. I need shot glasses, which are over here, and I'm going to mix up some white. We're going to do 50-50. Oh, that's a problem. Alright, well, I'm going to keep trying this. I'll be right back. Just letting you know, there's an excellent chance I'm going to fail this one day, because I'm having a lot of problems with that airbrush. We might do this by hand, but we'll see. Alrighty, I just gave it a super tear down, threw some fresh water in the container, and now we're getting a nice, steady stream of piss. That moment that you've been working all day on something and you lost it, and you didn't know where the heck it was, so you had to look for it, and then you found it, and you're like, yay. I lost my lure. Alright, we're going to go with this here Dollarama acrylic paint for crafts white. Put some in there. I don't have distilled water, so I'm just using straight up freaking tap water. Gonna thin it out, stir it up. I bought these coffee stirrers last year. Good enough for doing this job. I should add more paint to this. This is gonna be a multi-coat process. Ha! If we need more, we'll mix more. Let's get this spraying. Wow, that's just way too thin. I have way too much pressure coming out too. Man, I gotta tell you, I probably said it last time when I made a lure, and I'm gonna say it again. I gotta give Marling Baits some serious freaking cred, because not only is he making outstanding looking baits, he's also filming making outstanding looking baits, and it's really hard to get the shot and do this right. But he's got a lot of practice, right? He's basically done this a lot longer than I have. I'm not getting any cheese through it. You know what? I might just brush on the white. So I'm not 100% sure how the frick I'm going to apply this. Can't really cut out a stencil, because I didn't make one. Could just apply it to the side and then trim it with scissors, I guess. I'll wait for the paint to dry. We'll put this on, because what I want to do after that is I want to put a black on the top, and then using the mesh and some clamps that I have right here from the dollar store, I want to take that mesh, wrap it around tight, and then do like a scale pattern over it with the black just halfway down, and that might look cool. Alrighty guys, there we go. You can see the line tie and the bottom hook hanger is just caked with paint. I'm gonna have to use a wire and clean that out, but she's dry now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and figure out how to apply that duct tape. I don't have any paper out here to transfer this to. I could go in the house and get paper. Alright guys, well, I applied the foil to the one side. All I did was I applied the tape and then started cutting it with scissors, and it worked. So I'm going to do that with the other side. It's still just blank white. We'll take it from there. Alrighty peeps, we've got the foil on both sides here. Looks kind of bad because it is a amateur hour Skivinz production. So, you know, what's to be expected. I was going to hit it with the hair blower one more time, see if maybe the heat will make the duct tape form the lure, but I don't know. I might just hit it with some black paint on the top and clear the line tie, clear the hook ties, clear coat the bait, and then friggin' let's head to the lake and send it. Alright, let's see if we can put a black top coat on here. Be nice if the tape's stuck to the sides. Probably should have checked that before I started spraying. So I'm just going to come down the sides here a little bit. I want to do the back wire hook hanger black. Do the sides a little bit, like so. It's starting to get a profile. So I want to make sure the top is really dark and the bottom is really white, because the fish will just see the white bottom. I might put some red on the bottom too. Do I have red? I don't think I have red. Okay, well, we'll make something up. It's weird how the black is spraying so perfectly. Like, look at that. So perfectly. Yet the white just wouldn't go. It's not like I was doing anything different with it either. That's the bitch of it all. I wonder if I should just wrap the whole... Did I just get myself in the eye with paint? I wonder if I should just wrap the whole top with duct tape and then just sprayed right over the duct tape. That probably would have looked more uniform. That would have been the smarter thing to do, right? Son of a bitch. It is. Okay, right back. You know what? I decided last minute. It's a freaking one day. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to look shiny and swim underwater. I can't guarantee the swim underwater part. Alrighty guys, final product. It looks like potato, but you know, it might accidentally work. She's shiny. I might get a reaction strike out of something. I just hope the hook holders hold up and the hardware stays on. I got a great big piece of crap on my finger. Ouch. Clear coat. So normally Marlin uses this UV clear coat, but I don't have that and I can't find it anywhere. So this is going to be my choice. Crystal clear, acrylic, coating, permanent protective gloss finish, non-yellowing, moisture resistant, dries in minutes. We're going to nail about 15 coats of this shit. Oh, that's a couple more coats of that and she'll be ready to rip. Tater chip. It's kind of funny. Last time we were doing some work here, Dad was asking me if I had a little level. Look what I found in my red toolbox back there when I put my paint gun back. Yeah, a little red level. Hey Dad, I have a level. While I wait for that final clear coat to set, this is the lure I was fishing with last night that I got from the dollar store. Like, it's not too shabby. The action on it's great. It dives pretty good. So I bought this one, which is the chrome. Then I found this one here, which has these like spots on the side and it's blue on the top with a scale pattern and it's just white on the belly. They got like marbles or something inside of them, so they're weighted and pisses off the fish. Also, when the kids caught the pike the other day, they caught them on spoons that were this like this tiger, I can't remember the name of the color. It's like tiger strike color or something. So you get 2 of them in a pack for $1. So I figured, you know what, I'll give them a try. Maybe I can catch pike with them. Who knows? I also picked this guy up here at the local bait shop. He was $4. I was gonna just fish with this last night, but then when I went to Dollarama and saw the fishing lures that were super cheap, I kind of jumped on board. This is by a company called Storm, and apparently the fish really like to kill these, so we're gonna have to fish with this one of these days. And I also bought 2 of these, but I only have one left because I lost one last night. It's this MEP spinner. Kind of like a MEP spinner. You know, you just sit it and drag it and it spins the friggin' thing and it entices a bite. I had a brass one, but I got it caught on a rock. I actually got a hit on it last night too. It's just I couldn't set the hook or it spit it before I did. I think I ripped it right off its face. That makes sense. Another thing I bought was 2 of these things, these spinners. I don't know if they're good for walleye, but I think Where's Bobby put a message on my Facebook saying they're awesome for catching pike. Haven't tried this one yet. I don't know. We'll have to give it a go and see what we can catch. But last night I mainly fished with that first one I showed you. Anyway, this thing here should be pretty much done and dry. Let's check it out. Alrighty guys, there we go. She's not the prettiest thing in the world. As long as it has good action, it might entice a bite. Still a little sticky too. Shit. There we have it. I wish I had some red. I'd like to put some red on the belly, but we don't. It's one color I can't get. Literally can't get it if I wanted it because can't buy paint right now. It's the law. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to let this here hang and dry for a bit longer. My DIY split ring pliers here worked perfectly fine. These are the treble hooks I'm going to be using. These green ones. They're actually made locally. The Trapper Joe. They're his branded hooks. I didn't realize that. Check this out. He makes a lot of his own shit. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, he just makes his own hooks and puts them in a container and sells them. They're really cheap. They're like, I think $2.95 or something like that. And you get 10 hooks, so, or 8 hooks. And I'm putting size 4 on this little guppy. I don't know, man. That's a big friggin' hook for a little fish. I might go to size 6. Alrighty guys, he's all done. He's tied off on the bait caster here. I got everything loaded into the truck except for the bait caster, I think. Bucket, nut. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and load this into the truck. And the next scene, GoPro time. Let's go send this out and try and catch a fish. Alrighty guys, you remember last year I came down here when I first got the Shimano bait caster and I was sending it, bird's nesting the crap out of it because I didn't know what the frig I was doing. Well, we're down here again and we're gonna see if we can let her rip tater chip and maybe catch a fish with the bait. It's pretty shiny, sun's hitting it out in all the right directions. I don't know if I see anybody down here fishing. Worst case, Ontario, we'll find a side on the bank over here and just send her out. Kind of like what they're doing over there. Alright, let's go find a spot to fish. Could try right here. Yeah, let's try right here. Just keep an eye out for potential snakes. They're water snakes though, not water moccasins. So they're not a big deal. They're not venomous, they're just jerks. If anybody's wondering what the action's like, it's pretty garbage. All it does is spin. So, I still get it right across the friggin' lake or river. That's awesome. Beautiful day today, boys. Almost feel like rolling up the sleeves and getting the arms properly tanned. Just got to keep checking the friggin' rod here a couple times there. Yesterday I cast it and the friggin' thing came apart. All you need is to do that and then get a snag and then you lose one half of your rod. That's why I hate these split rods. They're stupid. I guess they're fine for traveling and things, but I swear if I get another bait caster, I want to get a solid one piece. Right by the lily pads. Could be a bass over there hiding. Staying out of the sun. Waiting for an unsuspecting fish to show up to smash it. Oh, there he is. Oh, there was one there too. Oh, I missed him. But I know he's over there now. Look at that, he hit me and he wrapped my line around my treble. That's hilarious. Okay, we know where he is. He's over there in the lily pads. Let's go see if we can entice him to come out and play. I'm gonna wait till we got things that are actually open so I can get proper supplies. Like I said, I really wanted epoxy because that's what I wanted to use for my clear coat. I really wanted to use that for putting my hooks in too. I wanted better paints. Like I said, I wanted red. I don't think I need to have all this garbage on my hooks. That's gonna lower my chance of a hook set. I'm actually kind of shocked there's no snakes kicking around right now. Some guys I was chatting with said Lavaz River is awesome fishing right now, but don't go there if you can't deal with snakes because they're freaking everywhere. But so far so good, boys. So far so good. Right across. I thought maybe there might be a bass hiding in the shade over there. That was a bass, that's where I'd be. Yeah, there's families showing up to fish right now and everybody's looking for a good spot to go. And if I move, I'm gonna lose this one, that's for sure. It's a shame I didn't friggin' set the hook on that guy. Or that my bait was all twined up on itself. There's probably a bass in these tall ferns over here. Let me fire one down the beach. And just see here. Anything wants a piece. Just take her low and slow. Oh, I'm finding weeds. Which is good, because sometimes bass will sit in weeds and do bass things. I just don't want to pull it through these, I think these are cattails. I think so. It doesn't matter. I did it anyway. I think what we might do, we're going to go check the boat launch. It's cocked over with fishermen. We might go through that trail. You remember that trail last year that Sarah and I went through to feed the birds? Well, one thing I remember from that trail was there were some spots in there that looked pretty good. So let's get, did I catch a rock? Totally caught a rock. That's impressive. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna give off some line. Hook onto here. Yeah, she still feels good. Doesn't feel like water's getting into the wood or anything, so. Mind you, I don't care if I wreck it after today because it was poorly made due to lack of materials. And me trying to retrofit stuff to make it work. Alright, let's grab this shit. Let's see if we can go upriver. Maybe we can find a spot on the dock to cast. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt we're going to find anywhere good, mainly because of everybody's out fishing today. So So worst case scenario, I don't know if it's this trail right here or if it's further down. It was last year when we did that. We walked through and there was a little spot and it was good to go. But I can't remember. It'll come to me as I get closer, but the reason why I'm bringing the tackle, even though I don't plan on fishing with it, is because if I break off, then I'm gonna plan on fishing with it. This is the trail. Probably end up bumping into the kids back here. They usually come back here to catch kitty cats, load up their lines with about 1,700 pounds worth of worms and drill them into the lake, and when they eat, set. I want to be on that side, casting into here. So let's go. This is not too bad, but if I had my saw, I would have been making some freaking fishing spots, let me tell you. Creating some structure to fish on top of. Yeah, this is where I want to be. This is where I want to be. Okay, well, something just fell back there. Who the frig knows what it was, but something just fell. See, I could fish from here, send it out there. There's a lot of structure here for them to hide. Any room for fishing over there? Or?
No, the opening there, we're leaving there's a big opening there.
Oh, right on. Great. Thanks. Tell you one thing. Carrying this bag on my shoulder really doesn't help with the damaged shoulder. Okay. So now to find where the heck they were. Set up shop. Hopefully all this freaking hiking is worth it. I don't know if you guys remember the video last year of me feeding the birds. Probably won't be doing that again. I don't even see them around. Can't remember where the hell it was. We gotta be coming up on it. Here it is. This is where it was. Guys, welcome to the juice. Here. Put this down here. Pissy fun to the rescue, boys. I just quickly snapped it. So I seen 2 garter snakes on the way in. One was a tiny one. One was a pretty good size for a garter snake, that's for sure. Nope. I gotta find or buy more pads for my little bug device there, my thermal cell. I don't know where the hell my freaking pads went from last year. I put them somewhere. They might be in my toolbox. I should check. I'm probably gonna try this tonight too on the walleye, because it is a one day and the day doesn't end until the day ends. I'm just gonna keep fishing it. If something cool happens, I'll let you know. I'll knock the eyeball off the one side. Oh man. That's rude. Do you see that right there? There's a perch on a stringer and they just left it behind. Oh, that is so not cool. Oh man, guys. I just caught a tree. Shit. This isn't good. I just friggin' tried to do a backhand and I hit the spool. I fired it upwards instead of where I wanted it. I have no idea how heavy that branch is. And either my line breaks or the branch breaks. I need my gloves. This is gonna come flying back at me too. Oh, we're broke. Just a branch. Get off me. Did it get back? Hey, we got it back. Oh my god. I thought it was a goner. I thought it was... Okay, so obviously my my hook holder, my line holder, very, very strong. Here I was all worried about it and thinking that that was it, like... Hard to the friggin' no. We just broke a tree to save the lure. Just wish the damn lure could catch a fish. But the problem could be that where I'm fishing, there are no fish. Oh, there's a really big chickadee over there nomming. I don't know if you can see him in the birdhouse there. Oh, that's not a chickadee. I don't know what the hell that is. You know what I'd love to buy? The Guggen rod. The everyday rod or whatever it is. The all-purpose rod. But nobody sells it around here. It looks really nice. It's a one piece. Wouldn't have to worry about casting and have my rod end up in the lake. It's 4:15. Probably gonna head home soon. Go let the dog out. It's such a shame. It's such a flashy freaking lure too, eh? Like, you would think it would do some damage, but hard no. Anyway, let's go back to the truck and go home. Alright guys, well, so far no luck, right? But it ain't over. The day ain't over. Tonight probably gonna go to Calendar. We'll try the areas there where I think there might be a pike or a bass or just something that'll grab the stupid lure so I can freaking succeed in it one day. It'd be awesome to succeed in my first ever one day. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Yeah. Pretty sure Mr. Marling Baits would be pretty proud of me. Not really. He wouldn't care. Anyway, yeah. Tonight we're going to Calendar. I filmed down at the Calendar docks, but you know what? That was a waste of friggin' time. But this thing here, it's garbage. Probably one of the worst lures I've ever built. I don't know how to fix it. I think it's going to be one of those where this is a fail video. We take it for what it is. But at least I got out today. You know, did a full day of building and fishing, and I didn't sit in the house in front of the computer and play on video games and do all that stuff. I actually got out and enjoyed life. That's what matters, is to get out and enjoy life. Saying the cost also to build this lure is kind of stupid. Like, if you think about it, the wood, and then the clear coat, the hooks, all that stuff. You look at it, and then you go, wow, Adam, you literally bought a lure from Dollarama for $1.25, and you're making your own lures. Why bother, right? Why bother? So I think going forward, I'm probably gonna not mess around with the with this crap. What I still would like to do is get into making my own jigs, because that's just literally heating up lead and then pouring it into a mold. So as for this guy, we're gonna take him, just put him off to the side. That's my little case. Put him over here and go from there. Now, there was literally down at the dock, it was just not, it was first off, it was packed. There was people everywhere. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, frig, I can't get to a strategic location. There's kids everywhere. They're just whipping their lines around, running around and shit. So every cast, you got to look back and make sure there's no kid and then send it out. Look back, make sure there's no kid and then send it out, because they're running back and forth. They don't even give a shit. I decided to leave because the bait kept tangling the hooks around the line, and I don't understand in my design flaw what caused that malfunction. So I decided, you know what, screw it. I'm done. I'm not going to bother. I had that problem with, I thought it was the terminal tackle I was using, because I have one of those barrel swivels on. I don't know where the hell I put it now. Thought I put it in my pocket. Maybe I threw it in the garbage, I don't know. No, it's right here. I had one of these jobbies on, and I thought maybe this is what was causing it. But it turns out, no, that was not the case. The actual issue was being caused by the freaking rope getting wrapped. Well, I put a slug on the end of it to get it to sink. Now, I had a lip on that bait. That might have been a little different, but I have no material to make lips, and a sheet of Lexan in Canada ain't exactly cheap. It's super expensive, so I guess this is a fail. My first one day is an epic fail because I could not catch a fish. But you know what? I'm okay with that, because like I said, got to get a lure built, fished multiple locations today. Like, we fished Lavaz River, further down the river, further even down the river, and then we fished Calendar, because I haven't fished Calendar since fishing opened, and I caught the bass when I was trying to get that beer spinner. Remember that thing that I made? I was trying to get that to go, and I caught that bass. Now, people were catching bass and other fish. bass, rock bass, and I saw perch get caught. Didn't see any walleye. Somebody caught a pike. They sent it back. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna basically pump the brakes on building the lures until I learn a little bit more about lure dynamics and just go fishing when I want. So I don't know if I'm gonna go tomorrow. It is Sunday. Monday I do have to work, so we'll see what happens. Probably not gonna bother. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video tomorrow. Like I said, now that the channel is no longer theoretically monetized, I'm basically not too hard pressed to make content. Anyway, people, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, like button, whatever. And until next time, guys, peace and frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.